Alrighty, let's take a look at this question. So we're given the graph of the function y equals 2x squared plus x plus 1. And we know that graph is stretched vertically about the x-axis by a factor of 2. Now, if something's stretched vertically, it's going to affect the y-coordinates on the graph. So, and this is where things get upside down and backwards, I like to call it. What we're going to do is write the replacements for each of these transformations. So replacements into the equation. So if we're stretched vertically, that's y would be replaced with, and it's by a factor of 2, so you'd think 2y, but no, everything's upside down and backwards, so it'd be 1/2 y. So that means in the equation, the y would be scooped out, and 1/2 y would be substituted in, like that. Okay, then we have stretched horizontally about the, so horizontally, so x would be replaced with, and it's by a factor of 1/3, so again, upside down and backwards, so 3x. So that means everywhere we see x in that equation, we would scoop it out using brackets and replace it with 3x. So let me just rewrite that equation now. So we'd have 2 bracket, and then we replace x with 3x, and then squared plus, again, 3x. Sorry, the colors kind of went wonky. And then on the left-hand side, we replaced y with 1/2 y. Now we're not done though, because it was also translated. So then we have translated 2 units to the right. Now, left and right would affect x, so that means x once again would be replaced with, and if you're moving something to the right, we're talking adding or subtracting to the coordinates. But again, because we're going into the equation, it's backwards. So you'd think 2 units to the right, you'd add 2. So it's opposite of that, it would be x minus 2. So in now where we see x, after the stretch, we again scoop x out and put in x minus 2. So we'll do that, and then also we have 4 units down, so down, up and down is y, and again it's backwards, so you think move down should be minus, but no, it's backwards, so it's y plus 4. So that means where we had this y after that stretch, it would get scooped out and replaced with y plus 4. So now we would have 1/2, scoop out the y plus 4 equals 2, and then bracket, and then a 3, and then another bracket, and scoop out the x and replace it with x minus 2 for that 2 units right, and both brackets, and then the square on the outside of that. I'm just going to carry it down here. Actually I couldn't do this. Plus 3, and then bracket, scoop out the x, put in x minus 2, and then plus 1 at the end. Now, it depends on how they want it, what the answer's like in the back of the book. Probably y is isolated, so we would work on doing that. So I'm going to keep the 1/2 outside. We'll just multiply by 2 once we get the right-hand side simplified a bit. Okay, so that square here is applying to this set of brackets. That means the 3 is going to be squared, and so is the x minus 2. But I'm not actually going to multiply that out. I think I'll just have 2 bracket, square the 3 to get 9, and then, I guess we don't need this bracket anymore, because we did, yeah, we do, because we're multiplying by 2. So we'll keep that bracket. And then x minus 2, and we'll just put a square there. Okay, plus, and sure, let's multiply this 3 through, like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to multiply these two things together. The 2 and the 9 would be 18, and then x minus 2 squared plus 3x, and then minus 6 plus 1 would be minus 5. All right, now left-hand side, let's go about isolating y. So if we multiply both sides of the equation by 2, we'll get rid of that 1/2 and leave y plus 4 equals, multiply 18 by 2 is 36. Now that is already multiplied by the x minus 2, so we don't need to mess with the x minus 2 at all. Plus, we have to multiply the 3x by 2, so 6x, and the minus 5 by 2 to get negative 10. Alrighty, now last thing, we want to isolate y, so we are going to subtract 4 from both sides, so then we'd have y equals 36 bracket x minus 2 squared plus 6x, and then minus 4, so minus 14. And that should be close to the right answer. And if it's not, they might have kept that x minus 2 as is, possibly, in which case the answer would have been 6 bracket x minus 2, and then the plus 1 would have been a plus 3, but then we subtracted 4, so let me think, times by 2, so 2 and then minus 4 would have been a negative 2. So that also could have been the answer had I not expanded that one thing. So either one of those answers would work, and I hope that helped.